Hello, everybody. It is I, your favorite green Namekian here, Piccolo. And, in today's Parenting with Piccolo, I've got a strange guest with me today. Would you like to say hello, strange guest?
Hello, strange guest.
Fantastic. So, well, yeah. Would you like to say your name, Mr. Green Guest? Green Guest?
Well, I am not quite green, not just yet, but maybe one day, but that is a particular day in the future. But currently, on the internet, I am known as many things. One of the things just happen to be, through these internet-like ways in this website, is GrimpaulCheese. As in a grim and a paw and a cheese. Yes.
So, do you like cheese?
I am actually a big fan of it. I personally have a love-hate relationship with it. It's just so good, I just can't stop eating it, and in the end, you might become nothing but solid and utter cheese. Maybe even liquid cheese.
Ooh, fantastic. So, I brought you on here today to help me out with a couple problems. Now, on my channel,
Where are we, first of all?
Well, I'm sorry?
Where are we, first of all? I have no idea. This
Uh,
place is very strange. It kind of smells a bit like vinegar.
yeah, that's the land of anime. We are, kind of in a, you're in an anime right now, so you can get all the
I'm in
waifus.
an anime?
Yes, you're in an
Oh my
anime.
god, I have a waifu? What's
Yes,
the
you
name?
have an Velvet.
I have velvet. Oh my goodness. I mean, all the things I could be doing. I mean, I could go around and just throw my hair like I just don't care.
Of course. So, Mr. GrimpaulCheese, or should I call you Grim? I don't know. Cheese, Grim, Paul, what should I call you?
You know what? How about you just call me whatever you desire? Because you, my friend, you are a type of being that I envy. In fact, I am green with envy, one could say. But in particularly, I think, you could call me whatever you desire. In fact, you could call me a spongefish. You could call me a cloud on wheels. Or you could, in fact, call me GrimpaulCheese. Or you could call me... There's something utterly strange and benign, but who knows? Who truly knows?
Who knows? So I'll just call you Grim for simplicity. I can't speak. Hashtag I fucked up. Anyways, so I've brought you here to help me out with a couple problems. On my channel, I have a Parenting with Piccolo. So
One of the questions is one of your problems one of the things you just fucked up, or is that something completely unrelated?
completely unrelated.
Right, okay, okay.
So let's get straight to this first question. So we got a couple questions here. We got about 8 of them. So let's see if we can help
Where are
our...
these questions from, in fact?
Just these random people on the internet. They just have problems. I help them out with their problems, and yeah, it's great.
I mean, do you fly over to them and ask them personally and write it down on some type of notepad made of skin?
I do actually. I write it on my arm. Actually, not just my skin. That would be weird. Or
I mean,
someone else's
technically,
skin
yeah.
anyway.
Oh, yeah, skin. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna say that now. Yeah.
Right. All right. So let's get started. Oh yeah. So our first question of the day is from Elephant Tooth 712 from Cleveland, Ohio, and they ask, "What will labor feel like as a first-time mother of 27 triplets?" Huh. Okay, Elephant Tooth, I don't know how to answer that question. Grim, could you,
Let me start. Yes, I'll
yes,
start.
you can
So
start
first of all,
there.
I'm not going to assume your gender. I mean, you could in fact be, a man, who haven't had surgery. You could in fact be born a woman, or you might identify as something completely unknown, like a bioluminescent dungeon slime, or some type of wardrobe. I don't know. I mean, some people identify themselves as some strange things, maybe even a sewer grate. But anyway, I'm getting a bit off track. So what will labor feel like as a first-time mother of 27 triplets?
Yeah.
Well, oh well. Well, I would probably say, by that point, you're probably very gaping. I'm not going to lie. I mean, that is a lot of children. I mean, like 27 times 3 is perhaps more than basically 80. So you have basically 80 children. So
Yeah.
we're getting you, popped out and stretched out 80 times. I mean, that is going to do some toils to your body. I wouldn't surprise me if you identify yourselves as one giant slime-like vagina. But I
a
would
big
probably
vagina.
say it would probably, not hurt that much for you. You're probably very desensitized to the pain. Or who knows, you might even get off to the type of labor pains you might get. But I would probably say it's someone of, your age or the way you are as a person, or as I don't know, it's me generalizing. Sorry, I forget this is the internet. As a creature on this world, again, not generalizing, as a thing, as some type of being of atoms. I would probably say it wouldn't probably hurt very much. I would probably say the amount of goop you'll make will make up a lot more of the pain than anything else.
Yeah, what he said. Holy shit. Damn. Wow.
Where are they from as well?
Yeah. So, you know what, Elephant Tooth? Pretty much the answer is going to be fuck yes. It's going to hurt like a mother trucker. Yeah,
I mean, if she gave birth to a truck, it would probably hurt quite a bit. Because
Oh,
those
yeah,
things aren't
that'd
small.
be-
I mean,
well,
that's
maybe
what
they're
it's
giving
metal.
birth to a truck full of triplets, you know, like a clown car of some sort.
I mean, a clown car would even be, well, less painful than a truck. A truck, you see, is in fact like, well, the best way to put it across is this giant mechanical structure probably covered in more oil, gasoline, and grease than anything else in
Yeah.
the world. Now, a clown car is basically like a car shaped like a pea, but inside the pea
Yeah.
is in fact 27 triplets.
Yeah, that's a thing, isn't it? It's quite it's like they like as soon as it's birthed out, they're like they just tumble outwards like the babies, you know. They're like the placenta, the birth, the stuff, the blood, all the blood. It's just pools right out, you know.
Piccolo, I have a question for you. When was the last time you saw a vagina?
Too long ago.
Right, gotcha.
I train too much. Okay, I stay in a desert or whatever place and I just train all day long.
I mean, I can't help but see you, but always with men.
No comment. Anyways, on to our next question. Does looking at a picture of the sun hurt your eyes? And my child, from Nigerian Lettuce from Sydney, Australia. Now, I'm a bit of an expert about blowing stuff up like the sun or the moon or whatever with my awesome magical powers. But I'm going to have to say it will hurt not just your eyes and my child, or your child for that matter, but it might give him cancer. I think it might give him cancer. What do you think, Grim?
I mean, it could do many different things. First of all, I mean, you say that your child will be held by the sun. That's kind of amazing. I didn't know you had a child, Piccolo.
Well, it's more of an adopted son. His name is Gohan. His father's doesn't really he's not really into the picture all that well. That much.
I mean, does he bathe himself in vinegar like you do?
Only on Tuesdays.
No, that's international bath time. Gotcha. But will it hurt your eyes? Well, most likely what will happen, it will burn the eyes in the back of your sun, or in the sense that your eyes will become the sun because the sun is ever radiant glaze. Because we see, we all secretly wish to be the sun. Because the thing is, if we are the sun, we are ever radiant, ever iridescent, we are glowing, and everyone will be able to see that glow inside of your eyes. Don't you see?
I
The
see.
child will become the sun. Nigerian lettuce.
That's amazing. So
It'll be
they're going to go
half
far in
lettuce.
life. They're going to go super far in
They're
life.
definitely going to find life. In fact, one could say they'll be ever-seeing. They'll be spreading across the universe and they'll be dwarfed by another sun somewhere else. One could say it could be the son of Nigerian lettuce, but I'd be assuming genders now.
That's amazing. You are a god among men. Holy hell, man. You're deep.
No, that's Nigerian lettuce, man. I mean, that's deep by itself. I mean, how deep do you have to go before you find Nigerian lettuce?
Well, don't they just grow in their backyard, though, in Nigeria?
Does even Nigeria even grow lettuce? I mean, apparently, according to this person, you have to go as far as Australia. That's quite a distance away from Nigeria, don't you think?
That is a bit... Or it could be slang for weed.
I mean, that is a good point. I mean,
That is a very good point.
What's so chilled out about Nigeria? I mean, Nigeria's always complaining about oil and civil strife and poverty. I mean, is that what weed actually is? Civil strife?
It depends on the trip, I guess.
I mean, it doesn't really give you... Have you ever had weed?
I have had... Well, as a Namekian, we have our own type of weed. We call it Namekian grass. It's a bit of more trippier than your average human weed. So I do smoke it every once in a while, and I like to go on rampages across the moon and blowing up craters here and there. It's a bit of a bad trip.
Next question.
Okay, so the next question is, can I tell by the smell of my husband's gasoline-soaked pants if he has been cheating on with a whore down the road? From Sephiroth 2001, from his mother's basement. So, Sephiroth, I think you can smell the gasoline because gasoline does have a bit of a faint scent. So just make sure to just take a handful of their pants and just it right up, and then you'll definitely know because especially if it's a whore, that whore has a distinct smell of crab, and if you smell the crab, you might just be able to catch your husband cheating on you. Although
I mean, there's also a factor we need to think about here, right? That in fact, obviously, he's in a. Well, I'm going to presume it's a he, as is his mother's basement, and it is Sephiroth after all. And I would probably say it's a he, and husband identifies as a male.
Yes.
So basically, what we can practically see from this is that they like anal. Right, so we've got it from there.
They're quite
right.
good.
So the gasoline, the whore down the road could easily just be the gas pump. So he's basically pegging himself with the. What would you call the thing? The squeezy thing that you put the gas into your
the nozzle, the nozzle.
Yeah, you just stick the nozzle and you just shove it right up there. You got
yeah.
elbow deep in them. But yeah. So probably he's talking about that type of whore. Maybe not even like a person, or in fact, they might be sexually identifying as a nozzle. I mean, personally, I remember in my teenage years, I sexually identified as a nozzle. I mean, I was sticking it everywhere. I mean, let's be honest, we all got to that point in life. But anyway, I would probably say. You could probably tell by the amount of gasoline. I mean, if it's dripping, by the point he sees you, he just says, "Oh yeah, it's just getting myself a pack of smokes," or "Hey, I got this battered sausage." Then you definitely know he's just been pegging himself with gasoline place thing.
That must be very
dreadful.
painful. That must be painful.
I mean,
pegging yourself with a gasoline nozzle.
The gasoline acts as lube. I mean, have you ever pegged yourself with a nozzle, Piccolo?
I've seen people do it, but I haven't done it myself.
I mean, let's not name names, but let's name names. Like who?
Frieza.
Okay, good point.
Yes. Tyrannical.
So basically, if he's dripping by the time you see him, then he's been cheating with you down, the petrol station. And what you need to do in the end is just set it alight and kill everyone inside. I mean, that's the best course of action. I mean, if you can try and catch your husband doing it, I mean, if you can't, then that's fair enough. I mean, worst case scenario, you can always just hide out in your mother's basement for another 20 years like you already have.
All right, next question. So, we have Yellow Swaggings the Third Jr. from Newfoundland, Canada, and they ask, do midgets have night vision, and are they actually mole people, and how do I make my child a mole man? Honestly, I have no idea. I think midgets do have night vision, but I don't know anything about mole men. Grim, do you have any expertise on mole men?
As a man from basically rule past the world, the old world, one could say, full of Skaven and all of that, but I would probably say that, in fact, that, well, first of all, we all know midgets have night vision. They easily see the dark with their glowing eyes. You just see them and you're just convening at you. Yeah, you can kind of think of them like cats, but less furry, yes. Yeah. I mean, unless they dress up in costumes, of course, but then we won't judge about that. I mean, loads of people do on the internet. Yes, but we won't talk about the internet. We're talking about the old world, of course.
Yes.
So, so it's many furry, like, mole people out there. And, how, are they actually mole people? I mean, midgets have been regarded as hairless Skaven. And, in fact, I would probably say that, in fact, yes. All midgets are mole people, but just without fur. So how do I make my child a mole person? Well, you need to bury him alive, clearly. You need to find a cave, throw him in there, and just bury him alive. Eventually, they're going to get adopted by Skaven or some type of mole rat creature, and in the end, they either get A, devoured, B, taken away and raised or sacrificed, or C, they will turn into a demon and come back and eat you later. I mean, those are the worst-case scenarios. I mean, let's be honest. You're from Newfoundland, aren't you? So what we'll do is, you're mainly made of fish. So the main thing you got to worry is fish people. So I'll probably say you don't have to worry about it. I mean, it's going to be kind of hard for you. I mean, if you want to make your person a fish person, just go to your nearest, lake? I mean, you got tons of them there. Just throw the baby into the lake and see what happens. I mean,
that's a very good training method. I've actually done that a couple times before. People have come to me and has like, "Oh, hey, Piccolo, I need you to train my son." I was like, "Okay," and I just threw him into a lake and see if they survived. It works about 99% of the time.
Yes, so if you see a giant hole in the ground, just do that.
Yeah, of course. All right, next question. How many calories are in my daughter's boogers from Watermelon Chicken KFC from Glasgow, Scotland? Well then, Watermelon Chicken KFC. There's about, I think, 500 calories in your daughter's boogers if you're planning to eat them, which is a bit of a weird dietary consumption, I would say. But, Grim,
I mean,
what do you think?
From the looks of it, let's talk about this right now. You are known as Watermelon Chicken KFC. You're a big fan of KFC, right?
Yes,
That's a clear thing.
of course there
So
are.
basically, your daughter's burgers is basically going to be like 70% grease, and then the rest of
Ooh.
it's going to be the remains of the stuff of chicken that flows onto your child's nose and stuff like that. And obviously, you're going to be the watermelon that you obviously drink on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So I'll probably say it's going to have the combined total of, let's just say, a full bucket of chicken from KFC.
Ooh.
Now, if I use my trusty Earth search engine place, where I find out the calories of that, is as if my mouse would want to work. A mouse is not in the furry kind. The plastic kind that has this little, what do you call it?
Scroll
A wheel.
wheel.
Yes,
Yes, a wheel.
Yes, a scroll wheel.
Yes.
Yes, what do you have that in your land, Vinegar Man?
I do. We do. We have computers and mice, and we also have dinosaurs. It's weird.
You have dinosaurs. Tell me about these dinosaurs.
Yeah, it's weird. I have a pet dinosaur. His name's Chompers.
Right, here we go. I got the calories right here. I just need to press enter.
Oh.
The calories of it happens to be, well, it turns out that you are partly correct, Piccolo, but I did the mathematics through the English search engine computer NASA database thing, and apparently it has the same calories as a bucket of chicken breasts, and I don't mean like the giant, massive breasts. I mean like the small, petite ones, and they are in fact 320 calories.
Wow.
With 27 carbohydrates mixed with fat.
Ooh, that actually sounds like a tasty booger. Not gonna lie, that's a very tasty booger.
Now, what you need to do is deep fry that, and then you could perhaps make it the best type of deep fried chicken you've ever had.
That sounds tasty. Would you like a booger?
Of course. Have you been eating from KFC and had some watermelon and some of this lovely chicken?
On occasion, yes.
Where are they from again, that person?
Glasgow. Oh my god, I cannot speak. Glasgow, Scotland. See, it's a European word. I don't know European.
No, it's Scottish. Don't worry, no one understands them anyway. So
Exactly.
basically, they know all about deep frying. So if you can get a deep fried booger, they could probably set up his own chain at that point.
Yeah.
So they made Mars bars. Mars bars are not bars from Mars. They're just something that we call chocolate, and they just called it Mars. Why? Because I think Mars is masculine, and then they wanted it to seem like it's a manly candy, but it's not quite manly. It's kind of really, caramelly. In fact, I kind of like it. I fancy a Mars bar. Do you? We can get one after this.
I do. I'd like one. Let's go. After this, we should go out and buy some Mars bars and some KFC chicken. All right, next question. What can I do during the day with my child when I'm alone? From I Munch Like a Beaver 2 from San Antonio, Texas. Ooh, Texas. So, let's see here. Well, you could do a whole lot of things. You could go into the backyard. You can get some dumbbells. You can train with your child, get them stronger, get that power level up, You could watch my videos. You could watch Grimm's videos. You could do a lot of things. You could dig a hole. You could kill a man. You could blow up a moon. You could teach a dinosaur how to love. What about you, Grim? What would you do?
Those seem very, very far-fetched. You need to remember, we are human here. We can't do all of those things, We're not, we don't have some type of spliced DNA of some alien gene. We're human. So I'll advise you is get you and your child to grow long hair and just start shaking about like you just don't care and pretend that you're Fabio. Go topless and in fact strut those streets in leather trousers and in fact just do it while swinging your hips back and forth. And whenever you see a man or a lady just look at you and they just laugh and wink, they're clearly envious of you. And what you need to do, you need to teach you and your child just to slap that ass. And then after you do that, you need to just go right at KFC, buy a bucket and start eating that. And what you need to do is just lather the grease all over your body and then you just need to start rolling around. It's Texas, so it's going to be kind of like a sandy place in some places. So what you need to do clearly is just go become sand people, and then probably burn down a house with an orphan in it. But then the orphan will become a Jedi, and in the end destroy the Empire. But that's just that.
Yeah, that's just semantics, really.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. All right, we're on our last question here, Grim. All right, if I turn my family into furries, can my dog children still yiff in church? From Belgium's Cheese Wheel 27 of Denver, Colorado. That is quite the place. Holy hell, what the fuck? Okay, anyways. Now what you're gonna need to do here is, to turn your family into furries. Now the thing is, yes, your dog children can still yiff in church. Only if you turn your family into furries. Now to do this, you need to get a book called a Necronomicon. I'm not sure if that's the correct wording, but you need to go to like about page 173, paragraph 2, and there should be a spell. And you just read that spell, sacrifice a couple goats, a couple dogs, a couple cats, a couple people, and, drink the blood of a virgin or some other weird thing. And you should turn your family into some furries. What about you, Grim? What do you think? Do you think that might seem like the best course of action or no?
I mean, personally, you're going with the Necronomicon. It's a bit, it's a bit of wide, big publication where you can get from every single market.
Of
but I would
course.
personally dive into the Black Library of Outdorf. I would probably say go get the Lebra Necreus, you see. That's a much better book. It's way more detailed. And in fact, it's not so, you understand exactly what you're doing. So
Okay.
I would probably say, obviously you got some genetically spliced children, right? I mean, obviously, dog children. So I don't know if they're in fact dogs or if in fact children, made to look like dogs, treated them, put in cages, and fed biscuits. And I don't know. I mean, they obviously go to church. It's probably a church of the fairy.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know what that is, Piccolo.
Yeah, I know about that place. I've heard about it. There's apparently in our world we have furry people. It's weird. They are cat people and dog people. It's weird. It's never really talked about in in our anime world. It's weird. I don't know why. But yeah, go
So
on.
clearly, these dog children are from your culture. So I don't know much about their culture, their society, their societal norms, so to say, the inbuilt memes going from generation to generation. But I would probably say, nevertheless, if you turned your children into furries, can your dog children still yiff in church? Most likely, yes. I mean, if everyone's dressed up as a furry, then everyone can yiff each other at once. It could be a yiff orgy if you want. I mean, that's typically what church normally leads into. I mean, I haven't been in many, many years, but I'm sure, that's what they still do.
Well,
Orgies.
of course they do. They do. They still have weird blood orgies, but it depends on the church.
Exactly.
Exactly. Now, that actually seems to be about it for our questions. So everybody,
I have a question for you,
Ooh,
Piccolo.
you have a question for me?
I have, in fact.
Thank you.
Now, this is for you in particular. Now,
right.
as you know, I've been wanting to talk to you for many years now. But in fact, you've answered questions for me. But I want to ask you, as an adoptive father of of some type of strange, demented child, that has, like one of the people before it, referred to as a demented Furby, I would probably say that this. Now, what would you do if your adopted child one day, I presume he has green skin, he's obviously slimy as you, and perhaps wears turbans and has a nice, lovely, elf-like ears like you. If one day he started growing fur, and I don't mean like normal fur, I mean like really rampant fur. He turns into one of these furries. We've been talking about this entire time.
Yeah.
Now, but in particular, right?
Yeah.
He became as furry enough to get a saxophone and start playing it. How would you feel?
I'd feel very proud of him. Because you know what, playing the saxophone is not a easy feat. You gotta go to you just gotta play the jazz. You gotta feel it. It'd be weird, but him turning into a furry. But you know what, it'd be good. Wait. I think we're missing a question here. Actually, I missed a question. I'm very sorry, Mr. GrimpaulCheese. I hate to do this, but we have one more question.
I mean, I think I have time for this, but go on.
All right. Is there a spell to turn my family into mermaids that actually works from Deranged Furby 101 of Oslo, Norway? I forgot all about that. I'm sorry, Mr. Deranged Furby.
Now, is the deranged Furby happen to be your adopted child?
Yes. I would like to say yes.
Okay, so this is your child talking. So he wasn't turning you into a mermaid. How do you feel about that?
Honestly, I'd be okay with that because mermaids are, well, they're mermaids. They're purity. They're very pretty creatures, right, aren't they? They sing well. They can breathe on the water, for one, which is pretty cool.
I mean, the main issue is like, personally, you might want big breasts, but however, they're just stuck with, basically, you could ask them what their breast size is, and they'll just say, C. C cup.
Wow, that was actually quite cheesy. Anyways, everybody, we're going to leave it here for today. I'd like to thank
you.
you.
Answer the question.
What?
You
Oh,
didn't
right.
answer the question.
Oh, that's
Did
right.
we?
That's right. Yes, there is a spell to turn my family into mermaids.
I mean, you could. I mean, personally, what I would say is you have to go to the bottom of the ocean. Right. Perhaps into the dying coral reef. And you need to eat as much coral as you can.
Yes.
I said coral, I mean
Coral.
but same
Yes.
thing. But
Of
you need to
course.
eat as much coral as the same thing.
Yes.
And what you need to do is, in fact, then eat your family.
Oh. Really?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Well, okay. Well, that actually seems pretty good. Yeah.
I mean, he needs to eat you.
Oh. Oh, my dead body.
Yes.
All right. Well, so we actually got all the questions done. Now, Grim, I'd like to thank you very much for coming onto my channel. And for those who are still watching to our insane ramblings, I'd like you to check out GrimpaulCheese. His Twitter and his YouTube channel page will be in the description below. Go check him out. I've known GrimpaulCheese here for quite a while. This is not our first time meeting. Yeah, I've known him for quite a while, and he's quite a good old friend of mine, of good old Piccolo. So I'd like you to check him out, if you very so well. So I'd like you all to say special bean cannon that like button, and do not dodge that subscribe button. And Mr. GrimpaulCheese, do you have any parting words for our wonderful viewers?
Ladies, gentlemen, wardrobes, bioluminescent slime, I would have to say that it's been a wonder knowing you. And I hope you all have wonderful days as more people, mermaids, demented Furbies, people who burn petrol stations, mothers of 80-odd children. I'll probably say what you need to do right now is you need to go look at that sun. And you need to look at it until it becomes a moon. And then watch that moonlight glisten. Because it will guide you to defeat whatever dream you have. Well, that's not right. Just do that anyway. Defeat your dream. Make sure it never happens. And just do it. Like you've never done it before.
Wow, that is quite deep, Mr. GrimpaulCheese. So, yeah. Take care, everybody. And make sure to subscribe to Mr. GrimpaulCheese and subscribe to me as well. And we'll see you in the next video.
Don't subscribe to him. Don't subscribe to him. You know, if you don't subscribe to him, you know, you will live in the end. Because eventually he'll round you up and then perhaps kill you. You know, that's probably what will happen. That's going to happen to me, you know. As soon as I leave, Mars bar's another euphemism for me to go into the chamber and it get locked in there until he's, you know, just gentleman into the sun and blows up the sun.
Of course. I'm going to just go blow up the sun now anyways. Take care, everybody, and have a good night. Yeah!